Today's Mike's Tech and Toys and Slot Cars video is powered by Scalextric, a Hornby Hobbies brand.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Just wait 1 second. It's gonna happen any second now. Wait for it. Haha, there it is! I knew it was gonna come! Woohoo! People, this is the Scalextric Back to the Future Part 3 DeLorean. Do you know what I'm gonna call it? Out of all of the movie or TV themed Scalextric cars that I own, this has to be the best one yet in terms of detail. Would you look at this beauty? Yes, a huge thank you to Hornby Hobbies Scalextric for sending this to me as a free sample. Now, if you remember a couple of videos back, I did a unboxing of 4 cars. This is the second one of the 4. And will you look at this beauty? Now, when I say Scalextric has done possibly all they could do to make this look as authentic as possible without making it way too expensive, okay, for what it is, this is amazing. Let me just show you right now this standalone die-cast metal 1:4 scale model of the time machine from Back to the Future 3. As you know, I'm a collector, so I've had this for years, but it looks brand spanking new because it's never been out of its packaging, okay? You can see the detail that has gone into making this because it is just that, a standalone display model. Now look at the Scalextric version. Absolutely fantastic. Now, if you have been watching a few of my videos, you know I get excited about Scalextric slot cars and other brands, but mainly Scalextric because of their movie and TV themed cars. Now, even though this was a free sample for which I am truly grateful, okay, if I see anything on it I don't like, or if it doesn't perform, I'm gonna let you know, because that's what I'm about. So when you hear me getting excited and really happy about receiving a beauty like this, do not mistaken that for me just being excited because I got it for nothing. Because as you know, I buy 98% of all my slot cars, okay? But oh my gosh, this was on my shopping list and Scalextric just beat me to it in making it available for me as a free sample. Ooh, you know, I've already got another DeLorean, which you always see on top of a building on my track. Well, this is from Back to the Future Part 3. And before I take it out of its case, can we just appreciate the backdrop, the card insert? Absolutely love it when Scalextric does this. And because it's all licensed and official, you're gonna get all the legitimate logos and artwork and oh, let's get it out of the case. And from the get-go, do you know what I love about this? Is that Scalextric has all the basics correct on this model. So for example, you've got your Mr. Fusion right there, and at the front, we have the time circuit box, and I'm loving how they've got all the little intricate bits and bobs that's included in there. Now, if you're thinking about what I just said about Mr. Fusion and the circuit box, and you're thinking, what the hell? Well, I promise you, I'm not going to nerd out on all the different parts on this. Especially if you've never seen the movies and you're not a fan, you're probably really not that interested. But if you are, I'm still going to mention certain things that are relevant, okay? Because all of this that you've got on here, it's not just for show. They are movie accurate. For example, if you look at the front of this time machine, right there, look, you might be wondering, what is that for?
Without gasoline, we can't get the DeLorean up to 88 miles per hour.
So what do we do?
6
60 miles an hour, Doc! 70! Fastest horse in the world!
So as you can see there, that was Marty and the Doc trying to get the DeLorean up to 88 miles per hour, but using literal horsepower. And again, I'm loving that Scalextric has added that to this model, making it unique for the Part 3 DeLorean time machine. Now, if gigawatts and flux capacitors are of no interest to you, let's just have a look at the design of this vehicle, the DeLorean itself. Take a look at the front. DMC, the very famous DMC badge at the front of the DeLorean. Naturally, that means the DeLorean Motor Company. Absolutely also loving the headlights there too, looking very authentic. Would be very interesting to see how they look once they're lit up. Do you know what? Who am I trying to kid? I'm trying to pretend that I'm just looking at the base car itself, the DeLorean, and I'm trying to ignore all the time machine bits and bobs all over this car. I can't. I'm sorry. This is what it is. This is the time machine from Back to the Future 3. And as you can see, the cabling and all the whatever that is, and it just looks amazing. This car looks movie ready. And as you can see there, sat inside is Marty. And what I love too is that Scalextric has the clothing correct, the color scheme on point. And naturally, those awesome looking wheels are exactly how they should look, looking very good. Do you know, I was just thinking, looking at how this has been made by Scalextric, the only thing they could have possibly done to make this any better than what it is already is if the doors opened up, you know, the wing doors. That would have been awesome. And if the sides lit up too. But anyway, as I said before, that would just push the price way over the standard Scalextric slot car price point. So we can't have everything. But look how awesome the rear of this vehicle is. Just look at the intricate detail that has been included here on this reactor base right here. And these awesome looking reactor vents. I've already spoken about Mr. Fusion. Under there would be the plutonium. Oh, I'm doing it again. I'm nerding out. Sorry. You've also got the registration plate right there from, let me see now. I'm going to nerd out a bit more. I think from Back to the Future 2. Yeah. And then look at these awesome rear lights. And it's got DeLorean right there. You've got your little exhaust pipes. Oh my goodness. Another classic example of you don't actually have to be into slot cars or Scalextric to want to buy this baby. And if you were to just keep it in its case on a shelf, it will turn heads. Especially if you do a bit of wiring and make the headlights and the rear lights light up, but not the motor. But that's a different mod. But anyway, I love this thing. Right, so let's have a look underneath, and again, love it when they do this. They often do it with movie and TV themed cars. Back to the Future, literally cut out right there, very nice. And of course, it being licensed, you've literally got the movie or film companies listed right there that are involved with the production of Back to the Future 3. There's Amblin, there's Universal. This is all so legit and I love it. And even without me opening this up, I would have told you, or could have told you from the get-go, it would be a side winder. Okay, so a side winding motor, and you can always tell by how much detail is put inside the cabin of a slot car. If there's very little detail and very sparse or not much going on in there, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get an inline motor. But when they're like this, highly detailed inside, you're going to have to shove the motor sideways, and you can see that here with the gear sitting right there. And I'm not mad at it. Again, that's the only time I don't mind, and I love that it's a sidewinder, because you know there is going to be a lot going on inside the car and at the rear here. However, having said that, I absolutely love that Scalextric has made sure you can still fit a digital chip. Nice. Right, now usually at this point, don't, I've not finished. Okay, Right, now usually at this point I like to put it in the elevator, take it into the mechanic's garage, and also test it on this little diorama. Oi, stop it! And also test it on this little diorama that Unbelievable, how rude. I didn't even finish what I was saying. It's gone. It's jumped again. It's gone to a different time and what? Actually, I wonder where it's gone. Haha, there you are. I knew you was gonna do that. Right, as you can see here, I'm going faster. But I've got to be very careful not to hit 88 miles. Oh, it's gone.
Alright, quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.